Okay, dash cam. Save video. YouTube, it's Greg Rolls On again. I know what you're thinking. 2 videos in about a week. I know you haven't seen that in a long time. Just thought I would start doing them a little bit more frequently so that we don't have to do such a long video that you got to click through. I'll still probably do long videos here and there once a month or so, just for recaps and sharing thoughts I've had for a month's length of time. But if I can think of anything that you should know if you're a prospective lease or owner-operator coming to Schneider or SFI, and what I think of it. Also Q&A, if you put some questions in the comment section or comment on the video or email me, do that. I'll get back to you as quick as I can with the best answer I can, including the access to the spreadsheet I'm about to show you. So without further ado, I'm going to show you this week's numbers. We're going to do a breakdown of what I did and what you have to look forward to if you run hard and smart on SFI truck, okay, on the Schneider All-In Revenue Board, the airport. All right, everybody, I'm going to give you the weekly breakdown, okay? We're looking at starting my week in Whitewater, Wisconsin, and went to Green Bay. That's 291.7 miles for a total of $713.10. That's $2.44 a mile average for the load. Then we deadheaded to Manitowoc, went down to St. Peters, Missouri with that load, and it was 512 miles, $1,279.30. That's $250. All right, we're still doing great, right? From St. Peters, I didn't really intend to do it, but I just went for load reason. There was nothing that confirmed there, and I had something, but it got canceled. So I ended up going to deadhead to the Edwardsville terminal, operating center. I stayed there for about 20 hours or so, waiting on something to confirm, and I did talk to their shop about getting a few things done, decided against it. A relay showed up, and as soon as it did, buddy, I snagged it. It said new, it had the available check, and it literally just popped up, and bam, it was gone as quick as it was there, and I was the guy that got it this time. So anyway, went from Edwardsville at that terminal, which I didn't know I was deadheading to it. Deadhead of about 30 miles. Anyway, I went all the way down here to Jefferson, Georgia with it. 635.3 miles, paid me $1,546.14. That was $2.43. Commerce, Georgia, after that, deadheaded there, went to Savannah, other side of the state, 276.8 miles, paid $652.56, $2.36 a mile. That is the lowest rate per mile I made on a load this week. So after I went to Savannah, I deadheaded to Garden City, Georgia, picked up, and went to Franklin, Kentucky. That was an entire total of 548.9 miles. I delivered that tonight for $1,535.38, an average of $2.80 a mile. So I had to go to Lebanon, Tennessee to pick up an empty because at the the Tractor Supply up there in Franklin, they didn't have any empties for us. So I bobtailed down to the Lebanon drop yard, picked up an empty, and I basically drove just back the interstate a little bit, about 7 miles to this pilot where I'm going to go wash my booty hole and my dishes. And it's going to be all cleaned up in here. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up. I'm going to call over there to Under Armour and see if they're good. I'm going to pick up Mount Juliet, and then I'm taking my sweet butt over to Fort Mill, South Carolina. After I deliver, I'm going to be staring down the barrel at a 34. But anyway, after I finish this week, this is the only fuel that's coming out of the settlement, okay? $503.15. After our discount, I actually only paid $249.14 with the $1 charge for using their fuel card. It's $430.14, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I paid in fuel this week out of the settlement. I did have a fuel in Wisconsin off my personal business banking account because I used Mudflap. It had a better rate where I was at for fuel. Matter of fact, it was considerably better. I think I paid $2.86 a gallon with the Mudflap discount I got at that particular fuel stop. So I fueled up there, and that was better. So having said that, I cannot plug in my hub miles and the computer reading for how much fuel I burned this week until Monday midnight. So you're not going to get the hub actual. They're usually within $100. Excuse me, not $100. They're usually within 100 miles and about 10 gallons of fuel used, and that just depends on if I did any extra deadheading and whatnot, for my own purposes. So look at this. First off, you got to understand this was a big deal. See that top expense, SFI truck payment, $0. I own the truck, and I don't have a truck payment at all. I didn't finance it. I bought it out cash. So that makes a big difference. So that's 2,658 miles, 6,739.58 in revenue after I withhold my fuel and my weekly expenses, which my weekly expenses are now 138.79. That's my fixed expenses as far as the truck is concerned. That's not expenses at home, and that's not fuel I bought out of the bank account. This is just what Schneider takes out. That's what you're upside down every week, the weekly fixed. That's what I'm upside down whenever I start Tuesday at 0001. That's what I'm upside down. It used to be right at $1,200 with the truck payment. So when you pay that off, it makes a big difference. So I'm upside down $138.79 to start the week. I'm going to get a deposit in the bank, unless I have another fuel, which I probably will tomorrow, of $6,170.65 to the business account. If you include my mudflap fuel, it's probably even less than that, but it's not going to be under like $5,600 at the worst, and that's if I spent $500. I don't need to do this anymore. I just left it on a spreadsheet for you guys who want it. But do you see this 30% tax withheld? I'm an S corporation now, so it's a little different for me. I get to play games. If you want to learn anything about that, you talk to your accountant. I might mention other things about it later. But if you are a 1099 guy, you need to withhold that much money this week, just to be sure. Now, 30% is way over what you need to save, okay? But that would save $1,851.20, which leaves you with $4,319.46 to play with. So now you've seen my numbers for the week, okay? Starting on December the 14th and ending on December the 21st, which is Monday. That's what I did just running decent this week. I didn't even run as hard as I could, and I took over 24 hours total, I believe, in Edwardsville. I said it was 20 earlier, but it was more like an entire day. I didn't require a reset yet, so I didn't worry about the reset yet. I was going to have to reset once before I went home for Christmas anyway. So I will be home no later than Wednesday, but I'm aiming for Tuesday to be home. I would like to get one load in it to make sure that I cover my upside down money, which is, again, only $138 and change. And once that's done, it's Merry Christmas, sayonara. I'll see you in 2022, as long as the world doesn't end. So in another few days, if I have anything to report, I will come back to you guys. And until then, like always, keep her upright and between the lines. If you didn't know why I do that, that is a cross saying Jesus loves you, and so do I. God bless, and we'll see you on the flip side.